So I don't know if you've noticed, but this is a small operation that we're making Kirsten's agenda. It's me. It is Elizabeth who is editing this. It's these guys. It's this guy does craft services. It's this guy. It's not a lot. It's this rock. It's not a lot of people, and a lot of us are stationary. It's this guy doing work here to make Kirsten's agenda happen. It's important to that this person does a lot of important things here.
Kirsten's Agenda is the name of my show. It's a way to make art and learn stuff and grow. There will be lots of segments and maybe some guests. 10 minutes of deep breath, that is my quest. Opening up is a really good place to start. Kirsten's Agenda.
Did I mention this is going to be a continuity of the nightmare, and that I hope you have a good time because you get to see my hair in various stages of it being washed. You get to see various kind of accessories and outfits that might not match with the day. You're welcome. So remember when we had Marissa Roy on in episode 1? She's back. I mean, we made it, but we're doing more of it now, and here it is. So when you get this job, this is basically just like you're taking all the stuff that you've already done, which it's just delicious.
I love suing people.
Oh, the justice. And we hear about so many lawsuits to grind down the gears of democracy that's been happening.
Right.
So to actually see it like, yes, this is not fair. This is hurting people, not a corporation, not one person that has a lot of money, but a group of people, powerless people. And to go in and to do something is just delicious. And to see the joy on your face for doing that, it brings me joy, and I only respond to authentic joy. So I see that, and I really appreciate it. What would it benefit somebody just as I'm thinking about, like, why would you want to not vote for you?
The people who are lining up to spend against me are like the apartment association, the landlords, that know that I am going to go after them. Because right now they are living pretty. There have been, we do all this work, we elect these council members, and they've been passing really good renter protections. Like the tenant anti-harassment ordinance was the strongest tenant protection in 40 years. And I think sometimes people think, great, we've passed a law, we're done. But it actually then goes to the city attorney to enforce it against these bad corporations. And there have been 23,000 complaints of tenant harassment filed in the last 3 years, and only one landlord cited. And so I'm out here saying I'm going to sue landlords, and they very understandably know that I'm going to challenge their business model. And so are kind of lining up against me. All the chambers of commerce have endorsed the incumbent. So they know that a consumer protection attorney as the city attorney means that there's going to be corporate accountability, and that's probably terrifying for them.
What else do we need to know? We need to go and vote. It starts, May 4th?
May 4th, ballots drop May 4th. So we get a whole month of voting. And what I would say to everybody, and I cannot believe I'm even having to say this, but we know the Trump administration is going to mess with voting. And one of the ways that I suspect they will, is everything with the post office. Now saying that they're going to wait to add the official post mark until a few days. So maybe people who mail in at the last moment won't have their ballot postmarked that day. So luckily, like, Los Angeles has so many voting options. I'm in downtown. There's a drop box right near the library where I always drop off my ballot.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Dropping off your ballot in the drop box, in the one that's like by the library, is different than dropping it into the mail.
Exactly, because it's run by the county, who we can trust, versus the federal government, who we can't trust.
Yes, I understand. So we want to look as Los Angeles people for those boxes. Are they blue and yellow? I have to take a picture of them.
They are blue and yellow. Yeah, the blue and yellow drop boxes. There's going to be a lot of open voting locations. Also, the 2 weeks ahead, the weekends ahead, usually. I will definitely look up this link to send you, but there is like a LA County vote website where you can kind of plug in your address, and it just makes it so easy. But I would tell people, it's like, vote early. And tell all your friends too, because I think you're absolutely right that it is really the local elections that have so much impact. And I totally get why people are losing faith in government right now. I mean, just look at the federal government. Look at all the ways, frankly, that politicians keep betraying us.
Mhm.
But I mean, I think that's been my story with law too, is I see how much law is used against people, but it just makes me want to lean in more. I think this is the moment we need to lean in and realize that, yes, these systems, these tools have been used against the people,
Right.
but we can use them right back. And it's powerful to use your vote. So I just would encourage people to get really, really involved. Like the more local, the better.
It's time for Kirsten's Agenda Rewatch. Kirsten's Agenda Rewatch. I'm working on it. Time is amazing. So I wrote that song. Being different, you may not quite fit in because of your sexual orientation, or maybe you've never been to the OBGYN. Like, that's true. People can feel very strange about that. I hadn't gone for years because I was afraid. And here we are now in the new version of Kirsten's Agenda. And last night, I remain afraid of going to the OBGYN, like a lot of people. I have to go get my pap smear and stuff. My lady business doctor, this is not an ad, told me about this thing. This is not an ad. I'm just telling you, in case you don't know this exists, you can get this. You have to like have a phone call with them, and your insurance might not cover it. It's a couple $100, but it's a way to do an HPV test at home. It's a way to get your cervical cells at home by yourself. And you use this wand thing and you stick it in about this far in, and then you go like this. This doesn't have the swab on it, because again, I did it last night. It doesn't have, this is not an ad. So I had an appointment. I go online. This is me going online like a cat. And then you set up an appointment to talk to like a doctor on a Zoom. And then they're like, okay, yes, you're eligible for it. Meaning like you don't have a history of like those really scary HPV ones, but you still need to get the HPV test. You can get this sent to your house, and then you on your own put this in your business, but only up to as far as it, like it says like 2 to 4 inches. And then there's this little thing here, and you click that. Now this had a little like swabby bit on it, just like a soft little cottony thing. And then you turn this handle, and then it turns it around on your cervix, which if you've had trauma or you store emotion in there, which so many feminine bent creatures do, it will make you cry, and it can be sad. I had that experience, especially what's going on in the world right now. But you're not did the stirrups and the speculum, all that stuff. Then you go like, then you pull it out, then you pop the little swabby thing off, and because I don't have it, because I did it last night, and you put it in a vial, and then you mail it, and then they tell you in a couple of days. And here's the thing: this episode 2 of the original Kirsten's Agenda was talking about a lot of an artist that made some art that we're very beloved to, but then has said some very destructive things about human beings. And I am having to reframe what I thought about them. Just like I'm having to reframe what I think about how Los Angeles is progressive. We need to make more choices to be progressive. But I just think it's interesting that we're talking about the whole thing with like, let's be who we say we are, right? If we're magical creatures with wands, let's make some actual magic. Let's make the city as progressive as we actually are. Let's take care of our lady business. We need to be the things that we actually are, not just talk about it.